welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and I'm very excited to have all of you today in my channel. Look, today I'm going to show you how you can make this beautiful sweater. I love to make it. And it took me a lot to make it, not because it is not easy. It is so easy and fast, but I was out of town and out of the city, so I couldn't make it as fast as usual. But well, you will see that you will make it easy and fast. Well, this sweater is made with a square. It's very easy and it's so beautiful. This color and this material, it's so beautiful. I love to work with this kind of material, and you will see that with just a simple top under, you will look beautiful, and it's perfect for this season. So, what do you think? If you are new in my channel, well, thank you so much for subscribed. Thank you for watch my video, and please, if you remember, if you have more ideas that you want me to make, you can send me an email to tejiamigas@gmail.com. Okay, well, always in my videos I share the material list and then the step by step. Okay, well, let's don't lose more time and let's start right away. Okay, to make this beautiful sweater, we are going to need 500 grams of Burcum. It's of the brand Alice. It's so beautiful and soft, and the colors are amazing. And we are going to knit this with needles of number 7. Remember that if you want to use the same materials that I use in all my videos, here I will leave all the information. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, we are going to start with our needles of number 7, and with one thread of Burcum, we are going to start making this sweater. Okay, first we are going to cast on the stitches like this. Remember that this is the way that I learned since I was little, so I get used to, and some people try to teach me how they cast on the stitches, but I haven't learned. This is the way, and well, I think it's very easy and you are not going to waste any material. Okay, for a small size you are going to cast on 112 stitches. And if you want to make this sweater for a bigger size, well, you can cast on 116 stitches for a medium size, and for a large size you are going to cast on 122 stitches. Okay, remember, before you continue, to try on, and maybe you can use a sweater from yours to see how many stitches you are going to cast. Well, we are going to start knitting all these stitches. Okay, this will be the first row, so like this is how we are going to continue the whole row. Well, for this second row we are going to continue knitting as we were making before, but we are just going to knit the half of the stitches that we cast on. Okay, so in this case, like we cast on 112, we are going to knit only, well, the 54. Okay, so let's continue and be ready with your marker. And we are going to put the marker right in the middle and in the half part of our project, that it's in the stitch 56. Okay, so here's where we are going to put the marker. So here we are going to take 2 stitches together right in the middle, and then 2 stitches right after. Okay, and well, after this you are going to continue knitting like you were making before. Okay, like this. Well, then in the next row you are going to come back, you are going to knit all the stitches, and then when you came back you are going to repeat. You are going to take 2 stitches here and then 2 stitches right after. So we are going to knit all the stitches in one, and in the next one we are going to take both stitches. Okay, you are going to notice this when you have this thread in the right side. So this means that you are going to take 2 stitches in the middle and then afterwards. And then remember, when you came back, you are going to knit all the stitches, and like this, when you are here, you are going to take 2 stitches in the middle and then you are going to reduce afterwards. Okay, so let's continue and see you when I finish these rows. So this is how it looks if you follow the instructions. Okay, remember that right in the middle we decrease 2 stitches after, and 2 stitches before and 2 stitches right after when we have the thread in the right side. Okay, then if you need, you can move your marker until here to see where you are going, but I didn't, because I see right here, you can see with these pleats where you have to reduce. Well, so here we are going to continue reducing until we have 1 stitch. Okay, well, I already get ahead and I made this square. Look how beautiful, look at the colors. So we are going to continue until we have something like this, until we have 1 stitch. So remember that we are going to reduce 4 in the middle, and then we are going to knit all the stitches in the next row. Well, with the same technique, we are going to knit 2 squares with 90 stitches. This will be for the sleeves, and then with 112 2 squares too. This will be for a small size, so this will be the front and this will be the back, and these 2 other squares will be the sleeves, and we are going to join the sleeves like this. So we are going to fold them in half and we are going to join them like this. We have to place this piece correctly to join it. Okay, so we are going to use this tip as the guidance, and then we are going to use markers to see how it looks. Okay, you are going to take it and make a pleat, and here's where we are going to join and where our arm will be placed. Okay, so before you join, please make sure that your arm fits. So we are going to use markers, so we are going to take this piece and this piece and we are going to match it. And also, before you continue, please make sure that you are using the correct squares. Okay, be careful and see that the 90 stitches are for the sleeves and the 112 are for the front and back. And well, like this is how we are going to place the markers. Okay, and also, before I continue, before I forget, I'm going to measure and I will give you the exact centimeters of this sweater. Okay, if you want to make sure that you are making the right project. Okay, then after we are going to sew with the same threads and with the same yarn, and then this we are going to sew it like this. Okay, well, we are just going to join just one part of the sleeve and of the shoulder again, and then we are going to leave this part free, because here we are going to cast on the stitches to make the turtleneck. Okay, and when we finish the turtleneck is where we are going to finish to join the other sleeve and to close the shoulder. Okay, if we join the 2 sleeves, we are going to have to use circular needles. Okay, and it will be a little bit difficult, but if you want, you can make it. Okay, well, see you there. I'm going to join just 1 sleeve and the shoulder, and see you there. So, like it's a square, we must have the same measurements. Okay, so here I have 42 centimeters of the biggest square for the small size of 112 stitches. Remember that if you need to make this break for a bigger size, well, you need to cast on more stitches. Well, this white part, the white side, measures approximately, let's see, 45 centimeters. Okay, then our sleeves with 90 stitches measures 34. Now let's continue with the sleeves. I already count and I have 26 rows from here to here and 26 in this other side to join the sleeves. Okay, here I have my embroidery needle with one thread of Burcum, so we are going to sew like this. If you have watched previous videos, you will see that this is the way I suggest, because with this way you won't have any pleat. And I always use the eye of the needle, because with this we are not going to create any damage in the yarn. So we are going to stitch one stitch. We are going to take one stitch from here and one stitch from the other side. And like this we are not going to create any pleat, as I told you before. So like this is how we are going to join the sleeve in this side and in the other side until here. Remember that this part we are going to join it separately, okay? We are going to join from here to here, okay? So see you there, and to continue now with the color. Well, I already finished to join the sleeves and this part of the sweater, okay? Now I'm joining the shoulder, okay? I pull a little bit because I don't want to create a square shape on me, so that's why I make these pleats and I pull a little bit to not make a big shoulder, but you should try them first to see how you like it, okay? And remember that you are going to join the same number of stitches in this shoulder than in the other, okay? I'm going to count it to see how many I joined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's join 10. Okay, so we are going to join one, and we are going to join one shoulder 10 and in the other shoulder 10 too, okay? And to bind off, this is how we are going to make it, okay? Well, then we are going to cast on our stitches for the color. Well, to cast on the stitches for the colors, first we are going to count the stitches that we are going to leave to join the shoulder. Remember that in the last shoulder we joined 10 stitches, so here's where we are going to put the marker, and also in the other side. Okay, so count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, okay? So now with the same number of needle, we are going to cast on the stitches for the collar, for the turtleneck, okay? So we are going to cast on the stitches in the front side, okay? Because we are going to create a pleat, and it will look better if we leave it in the front side, okay? Also, with one thread of our yarn we are going to continue, and this is how we are going to cast on, okay? We are going to reduce a little bit, because if not our color will be a little bit weird with the square shape. But I suggest that to cast on we are going to need a needle of number 4, because it will be easier to cast on the stitches, okay? So if you don't have one, well, you can continue with the same number of needle that you were using before. So like this is how we are going to cast on the stitches, and then we are going to pass these stitches to our needle that we were using. Well, we are going to continue like this until we arrive to the other marker, okay? So here, then we are going to jump until here. We are going to cast on the stitches. Well, look, here I finished and I cast on 68 stitches, okay? Remember that we haven't already joined the other side of the sweater. Well, now with the needle that we were using before, with the needle number 7, we are going to continue knitting the collar like this. So well, now with this needle we are going to knit 2, and then we are going to pour 2. This is how we pour, okay? We put the thread in the front and we knit with the thread in the back. and again knit 2 and then purl 2. And then in the next row, if we knit 2, well, we are going to knit 2, and then where we purl, we are going to purl. This is the pleat that I told you, so that's why we have to cast on the stitches in the front. Well, I will continue and I will show you how it goes. Well, here we arrive where is the other shoulder, okay? So now we are going to continue. Remember, where we knit, we are going to knit, and where we purl, we are going to purl. We are going to know that we purl in the other because we have the thread here in the front. So here we are going to purl. And like this we are going to continue, okay, until we make the rows that we need. Okay, I'm going to fold my color, so I'm going to make a piece like this. If you want to make your color short, well, you are going to make less rows, but if you want to fold your neck, well, you are going to make more rows. Okay, well, let's continue and see you when I finished. Well, I think that with these rows I have enough. I have 35 rows. For the color, now we are going to pin off. This is how we are going to pin off. It's very important that we pin off loose, okay? Because remember that this has to fit on our head and in our shoulder. So you are going to pin off this as loose as possible, okay? So we are going to take 2 and we are going to come back with 1. Take 2 and come back with 1, and like this is how we are going to pin off all the stitches. Remember that if you need to make more rows, well, you can make it, and if you want to make less rows, well, you can make it too. It's up to you. Well, this is how I finish, and this is how it looks to pinned off. Now with the same thread, I'm going to sew this part of the neck. I'm going to cut this thread, and with the embroidery needle I'm going to sew this side of the neck all here, and then I'm going to continue to sew the shoulder. Remember that here we are going to pull and reduce a little bit, and then here is where our sleeve will be. Okay, so let's continue to join this part. Well, look, this is how our color looks like, our turtleneck. It looks amazing, right? But remember that we are going to join the same stitches that we join here in the for our arm and for the sleeve, and also in this side of our sweater. Okay, so we are going to join the same stitches in the other side. I already put these markers to point it out where I'm going to stop for our arm, and then remember that you have to count the rows to join the exactly same number of rows. Okay, remember that this side and also the back, and then this side, and then we will finish closing this side of our sweater, and with this will be finished. I won't make any other stitch to give it a final touch, and we won't iron this garment. Okay, well, and like this we finished. Okay, remember that we are not going to iron this project because it will lose its magic. Okay, well, now remember that I will be in some parts of Europe. Here I will share the calendar where I will be, where you can meet my staff. They will be selling all the materials and all the accessories that I use in all my videos. And remember that in the last dates of this tour, I will be there in France and Spain. Hope I can meet you all there. And remember that if you have more amazing ideas of celebrities using something knit or something crochet, or if you have one idea from yours that you want to share with me and with all of these amazing subscribers, well, you can send me this idea to tejiamigas@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for subscribe, and thank you so much for your comments. The fact that you share and you give me a like and that you subscribe and that you visit my Spanish channel too, it means a lot. Remember that There in my Spanish channel you can find more projects like this one that you will probably love, so please also visit my Spanish channel. But we'll see you the next Wednesday, like every week, with more videos, with more ideas. Please comment. I love you so much, and see you. Bye!